Hi 18s, what's up? Today I'm gonna make a bead bracelet for a friend of mine from SB19 Bulacan GC. So her name is Mean and her favorite is Stell. So this is one of my new hobbies. So I want you guys to stay tuned and hang out with me while I make this bracelet today. So what do you need? So you need those cute bracelet colors. So we're gonna be using black and pink today, and then you need these letters. So I already have them. I don't have numbers yet, so I'm gonna turn a D into a 9 with a black marker, and I'm gonna use I for 1, and of course we have the S and the B. So we have the S for Stell, T, E, and then I also have some L's in her pack. So you need a tape measure to measure your wrist. So she already measured hers, and it's like 7.5. So it's actually 7, and I asked her to give an adjustment of at least 5 of half of an inch so that it won't be too tight, because it could just rip. So you have this plastic string that's also very stretchy, so you can wear that around your wrist, no problem. So let's start. I'm gonna put my camera over here. I'll talk to you guys while I'm doing this so that you can know more about how I came to be an 18 and how I came to be a fan of Stell also. So first of all, you have to measure out the string. So I put a little extra in the beginning because I have to tie it later, and I found out that if you have such a really short part in the beginning, you can't do anything with it. It's really hard to tie it. So, and then you have to get 7, so approximately up to here, and then I'll go up to the 9th, and then I cut it. People are coming in the house, so sorry about the door. So in the first part here, you have to tie it up with the extra, like a couple of inches, and then the extra 2 in the end. So you have to tie this one out. So it's a little bit long, so a bit of a fail. So you have to constantly check if you still have enough. So I'll open the beads that I'm gonna use for this one. So I put it away already because I didn't want to have to do it from the beginning. So this is the letter G that I turned into a 9. I haven't bought any. So I have S, B, and then the I became the 1. Then the G became the 9. I think this side looks better. I'm gonna buy a 9 soon, don't worry. And so you have a little heart here, and we have an S, T, E, L, So you have to put it really carefully where you want it to go so that later you can measure it easily with the tape measure. So I'll show you guys. There's a lot of letters for this one. So sometimes if your wrist is just kind of short, don't put too many letters. So I'll make a shorter one later and I'll show you. So, and in the future I'll buy some strawberry beads. So I'll show you that as well. So it's gonna be going all the way up to here, and then I'll add a few more beads here, and then she can wear it. But basically this is what's gonna show up on her wrist, because my hand is also this big, but I'm pretty sure this is just gonna show up in the front, and then here will be the colored beads. So the fun thing about this is if you're afraid of needles, this is one of the things that you can do that doesn't require needles or having to put tiny things on a sticky piece of paper. So we're gonna use the pink and the black. So I want to use a little bit of this color as well. So it's still pink, but not that pink. So it would usually 2 colors look nice, but 3 colors are better. So I'm gonna put the black in the middle and these fuchsia ones in the other corner. Hopefully she likes it. So oh no, wait, I'll just use the black and the pink. She specifically said that. So, you know, customer is always right. Now, in this case, he's not really a customer since this is a free bracelet. So a lot of the ATINs that I met are super nice, even on the group chats. And this is my way of like saying thank you to them. I can't give everyone a bracelet, but you know, if you're lucky. So these are just the colors of the beads that I'll be using, and these are the letters. So I still can't get over that number, that modified G. So you have to put, I don't know if you can see transparent stuff is hard to see on. So you put the black one first, and then the pink one. So some people actually use needles, but I don't think you need to. This is not that kind of hobby, but you can put it fairly quickly. You don't have, you can count if you want to, like if you already know how many beads is needed for your hand, and you can approximate how much you need. All right, so it's gonna look like that in the beginning, right? So you have to make a few more until you can reach the letter S part, and then you continue on, right? So while I'm doing that, I'm gonna talk to you guys about how did I become a fan of SB19. So first of all, I met Josh a long time ago, like in 2012. And also I met a curious group of dancers that won a dance contest at the YG convention. So I'm originally a K-pop fan, and I liked specifically YG artists. And so they won. That group's name is Seon. So later this connects to Stell, right? because he was part of Seon. And then when I met him, he is a really super nice, jolly kid. And I only knew him as a really great dancer. I didn't know him as somebody who can sing. So imagine my surprise when I already heard him sing and I saw him perform. I was like, wow. So he used to do a little bit of covers, but I mainly knew him as a dancer. I'm not sure if my fingers are dirty. So I'm not showing it to you guys. And so I'm pink. Okay. Be careful not to mix up the color. If you have only two colors, it's not that difficult, but you should have a barrier, or you should close your lights to catch any of the beads that are falling down. So sometimes you can't catch any, and it's just gonna be on the floor. If you have children in your house, please make sure that you pick up and check out if you had any beads fall on the ground, because it's a choking hazard. If you have pet cats or dogs or just small children, or someone who like puts things in their mouth around your house, make sure that you clean up and check out how many beads fell on the ground. So anyway, Stell is super nice and super talented, and when I found out he also likes strawberries, I was like, yeah, good person. So he's a very sweet guy. He also likes sweets, as you know, but although he likes sweets, he can't really eat a whole lot of it. You have to manage your throat. So before I actually gave them salabat, we bought, not just me, like a whole bunch of people brought them gifts, and we bought salabat for them. So yeah, if you're gonna give him anything, don't just give him stuff that are sweet or nice or strawberries. You have to also think of him and his health, so that you'd be able to give him something that's good for him in the long run. Okay, so got a pretty long part here. So if you check it out, it is now almost reaching the S. So I'm gonna start putting the letters into the string and then finish it up with the rest of this. So I'm putting the S, the B. So for some letters, it's not a problem if you put them in the wrong direction, but you have to be careful not to put it in the wrong direction. You should at least put them all in the direction that you intended, especially for hearts or any shapes, because it looks weird and you have to do it again. So making it flat on the surface so you can see how much space it's taking is also a good idea. So yeah, going back to Stell. So like every time we would see him in events, he is super energetic. He's usually the first person to greet you, so it's really amazing. Like he would be like, "Hi, Nuna." But K-pop people before. So yeah, by 9 is gonna need some work. But if you notice here, from the knot, I measured from here to here, and then now we have the Stell. So we only have a little bit left to do. So whatever's the color from here, it's a good idea to start the opposite color on the other end, or if you're into symmetry, you can just start the pink here as well. So I'm gonna start with a pink. So it doesn't really take a long time to make a bead bracelet. So if you have this as your hobby, it is a tad bit relaxing. It's a lot of fun to do. So, but if you notice here, this part can untangle. So my suggestion is you have to knot it 2 times. I forgot that earlier. It doesn't hurt to be careful, because the first time I did this, just all the beads fell out. That was really annoying. So, because I was almost finished and I like put the last bead inside and boom, it just fell. So sometimes you'll get weird beads like these that don't have a hole. Like, yeah, just don't throw it around anywhere. Just keep it there. You might be able to use it for some other things. So technically it's plastic. So if you're not going to use the bracelet anymore, just give it to someone else, but don't throw it out, because it's microplastic. No, not exactly microplastic, but it's small pieces of plastic. Doesn't really go away. So you can keep it in your treasure box, maybe, to remember a time when you were still a fangirl or you were a fanboy. So I have several treasure boxes because I like a lot of different groups. So I put the different groups' items in each box, and every time I need to move, I would clean up a box. So this is not coming out really balanced, but yeah. There's no perfect bead bracelet that you have to do if you're, oh, see, I put the wrong thing. I put 2 pinks, so you have to be careful not to do that. If you're talking to someone when you're doing this, like I'm talking right now and I'm doing this right now, so it can distract you from what you're doing, so be careful. Anyway, so if you guys are a fan of SB19, or if you're not, but you just ended up in this bead bracelet video, please do check out SB19 official. They are on YouTube, they're on Twitter, they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook. They're this really cool Pinoy pop group. Their title track is Tila Luha. Their breakout song is Go Up, and they are going to have a comeback soon. They have a third song called Alab. They have a lot of songs actually, but those are like the main songs I want you to look into. And then they have a Hanggang sa Huli, which is a really, really amazing song too. So they have Love Goes. They have one Tila Luha single album. They have the Get in the Zone album, the Gits era. So you can get it from J&K merchandise on Lazada. So we're almost finished with this. Gotta make sure that it's the right length. So the beads are jumping around. So I got a pink and then a black, so I hope she likes it. Like 2 colors is actually a good thing to do, but don't use too many dark colors. So like 1 bright color and 1 very dark color, so that the colorful one, the pop-up color, will come out really, really nice. Ooh, I lost another bead. I have to get that. Our cat likes to eat things from the floor. Okay, so I'm done. So if you notice, it's not exactly symmetrical. I'm not good with math, guys. I'm sorry. So we have this is basically going to be in the front of our arm, and this is going to be in the back. So we reached 7.5 already because we have a little bit extra here. So, and then I'm going to tie it around this part. So you have to tie the end because I'm gonna put in one more bead before I tie it so that when it gets tied, it's pink and black here on the end. So small things like that kind of make sense because you're gonna make it into a circle. So now that is the last bead that I'm putting in. So in my case, I make sure that it's all tight before I put it together like that. So I'm gonna tie this end just to make sure that everything is in place. So it can make it a little bulky in the end. Make sure that no bead gets stuck in your knot because it looks weird. There you go. So make it uber tight. Uber tight. So it's just a small end there. So, cha-chan! It took like 22 minutes to do one. So I'm gonna knot this part. See? Because the last one is pink on one end and the last one is black on one end, it still looks like it's black, pink, black, pink, black, pink in your area. No. SB19. No. I'm also a fan of black pink, so I'm cool with that. So tie it up. So if you notice, there's a lot. It's very long. So because it's really hard to tie it up if it's short. So I was like, let's conserve string and the environment, but it was hard to tie it up. So I'm gonna tie it a lot. So it kind of looks like a diamond at the end of it. It looks awkward, but it's in the back. So I don't want to burn anything to just tie it because I might accidentally burn the plastic beads. So Chajan, this is means SB19 heart stem. So I'm gonna cut. You have to cut this part. So I'm gonna cut that. Hold on. Chajan. So the shapes of the beads are not always symmetrical. Some are bigger, some are wider, but it looks nice, right? I don't know the solution for this part since this is my third bead bracelet of all time. So I'm gonna have to ask my friend, like, how do you get rid of this part? But if I can't, then you have to stay. Anyway, so I'll put it on and check it out. Booyah. Okay, hold on. So as I expected, The whole words are in the front, right? So some people like it to be upside down so they can see it, but when you're walking around, people can see it better if it's like that, right? So in the back, it's black and pink. In the front, it's SB19 style. So I hope you guys like this video, and I'm gonna be making 4 more because I promised like 4 other fans. So I'm not really running out of beads yet. So, but the letters are not so many, so I'm gonna buy more and I'm gonna buy some numbers. So I hope you like it. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye.